I did notice that you said you got your first real haircut.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I got a little shape up, and she had to cut it pretty short because I was cutting it myself with some pretty, inexpensive Amazon clippers, and I did not do a good job. So she really had to get in there, and she was a little disappointed in me. But I was like, girl, I looked crazy. So I had to do what I had to do.
When are we going to get that Amazon Basics sponsorship? Do they sponsor anybody? Are we basic enough to get an Amazon Basics sponsorship?
Oh, man.
Check out these Amazon Basics clippers. They'll get a job done.
They'll do it, sort of.
They're good enough.
Yeah. Shall we dive into this here? We got
all right.
Well, I mean, we talk about haircuts forever, but we do have some interesting stories here. We are back at episode 5 of Everyone Sucks Here with Sam, Sushie, and AJ. We are your gracious 3 hosts. It has been a month, by the way. I realized last time when we talked about like, oh yeah, we got episode 4 out. It's been a month. That was actually a lie because we released 2 episodes at the same time.
2 episodes, right? Yeah.
So I remember thinking about that later on. I was laying in bed and I was like, damn it, I said it's been a month because I was going off the episode numbers. But yeah, now it'll have been a month. So congratulations.
You probably could have just let that one ride out and no one would have noticed.
But I wanted the world to know that, because obviously if we don't point it out, somebody else will. Well, actually, according to the dates of when these first two posts were posted, blah, blah, blah. So, let's just do ourselves a favor and say, no, now it's been a month.
God.
So, congratulations to us, the collective, again.
All right.
So, hi, guys. Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
Hello.
We are here. And how are you two both doing? Are we doing? Is everybody? Are we good? Are we ready to dive into this in some?
I mean, I'm ready.
I was born ready.
Oh, Jesus.
Imagine being born ready to read stories about people's lives about being an asshole.
I think I was literally born ready to do that.
We did want to remind you all that, we are on Spotify. We are on iTunes. We are on YouTube. We are on Google Podcasts. In fact, it is that point now. We finally, with our Google Home, we were able to tell our Google Home to play this podcast, and it read it back to us, and it felt good. It felt good to hear Google, the Google voice woman, read our podcast back to us in our voices.
That's really exciting.
She even pronounced it correctly. She even said Sam, Sushie, and AJ. Didn't do any weird robot like Sushie and AJ or anything. She got our names right. So everybody listening, thank you guys so much for supporting it. We've gotten it out there. If you guys have stories that you want to tell us or you want to share with us or you want our opinions on, you can send us an email at everyonesucksherepodcast@gmail.com. We have some stories that we want to share, that we want to talk about, but we're willing to listen to you guys as well. So, again, everybody always says it, but be sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all the things because it helps us help you, helps us help you. So,
do you want some advice from 3 random people on the internet? Because
of course you do.
Of course you do. Why wouldn't you? You're already writing on Reddit. You're already putting yourself out there. You might as well send it to us too.
You're already listening to this, so
yeah. Why not write it up and put it out there, and then we'll talk about it. So,
do you have a situation where you think you might be the asshole? I constantly do, but
right, every day,
right.
Every single day,
every day
I look at my neighbors.
I'm usually positive that I am the asshole.
Right.
I might write my own and submit it to the 2 of you.
Every day I look at my neighbors and I go, they're an asshole, but I really want to turn this into an everyone sucks here moment, and I want to do some shit because fuck them. Who wants to just dive in and take us for a spin for Am I the Asshole? Any takers? You want me to go? I got a pretty short one if you want me to start it off.
Oh, here. A short one, huh?
It's nice and short and sweet. So
all right, do it.
Just like
sound
sushi.
Really excited.
Yeah. This is
just like sushi.
This is a sushi-sized Am I the Asshole? Here.
I am very small, guys. Listeners, I'm sorry, listeners. I am a very tiny lady.
So
it's true.
All right, for our bite-sized sushi Am I the Asshole, we have Am I the asshole for honking at another driver who cut in front of me at the drive-thru each time she tries to order?
Each time.
Each time.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah. Says, this line at a Starbucks I went to was really long. I was in line for a good maybe 20 minutes until this lady in a Mercedes tries to cut in front of me like eight others behind me. I laid on the horn and tried to block her from cutting me, but she succeeded anyway and flipped me off. Okay, I'm the type of person who will not let someone get away with shit like this. So I waited until she pulls up, and as soon as she tries to order, I honk. And then she looks at me with a dirty look and gives me the finger, which I already had a middle finger of my own ready for her. Wow, what a state. She gave me the finger, but I already had one waiting for her. Each time she makes an attempt to order something, I honk and sometimes lay on the horn for 3 seconds. We stopped as soon as she drove off. We then ordered and went about our day. I can't just
This is how they wrote it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just can't people who are extremely rude like that lady, and I couldn't simply let this go.
Man,
Am I the asshole for this?
They're so angry they can't even type.
Right? You are the asshole for not being able to proofread what you wrote out here, sir or ma'am, because I nearly had a stroke trying to my brain saw the words and the disheveled manner, but I couldn't put them together.
I love how we've had several Starbucks stories so far during the time of this podcast. People are very angry.
A lot of drama at these coffee shops
about their coffee, and that's why I don't like.
So angry.
I feel so bad for
The employees.
because. As someone who's worked in food service before, I know how people can act about their food and about drinks and stuff. So I can only imagine how they act with coffee. So I feel so bad for these people who have to endure these two idiots honking in a drive-thru at each other and flipping each other off. Because in case no one's aware of this, Starbucks, like the menu board, they have cameras. They can see.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They can see you when you pull up to order. And I'm assuming this is more of a oh, hey, look, it's Bob, and I know what his order is, so I can kind of know I can kind of predict what he's going to order, right? That's the only thing I can assume that this is. But every Starbucks that I've been to has this camera system put up. So imagine just this barista trying to take an order and just sees these two, what I can only assume middle-aged people just flipping each other off in the drive-thru for no fucking reason.
I would laugh hysterically.
I would laugh too. What the hell?
You look at this and you're like, okay, so first of all, you got this person here who they spent 20 minutes already in a drive-thru. I'm sorry, if you gotta wait, if the line is that long,
I would have left.
Why? Yeah, don't even get in line.
Left.
What are you doing? You got 20 minutes of your day to wait. Like, you can't. How important is the Starbucks that you need to get to spend 20 minutes for your
coffee,
basic ass coffee? Yeah. And on top of that, like this whole like, oh well, I got her. Like, I do understand. I can understand to a degree, like that whole like. The annoyance of getting cut off in a car. Like, yeah, that's super annoying, and the entitlement that comes with it. But most of the time, it's just like, man, that's annoying. Okay, well, let's move on with our day.
Didn't you get cut off?
I got cut
yesterday?
Yes, yeah. Very addendum short story here. Driving to go get gas and actually go get coffee. Ironically, we were going to go get coffee yesterday. So
wait, is this story written about you? Did you flip someone off?
I did not flip anybody off.
This is not about
Did you write this post? That's cheating.
Guilty. So we're driving down the road, and I'm in the right lane. It's a 2-lane road. It's 4 lanes, but 2 lanes there, 2 lanes back, and this like SUV just
it's a Jeep.
A Jeep just cuts over in front of me. It was like I had to slam on my brakes to do this.
It was a lifted Jeep.
And they cut over in front of me, and I'm thinking like, okay, what the hell is going on? But what they do is they immediately cut over in front of me, and then they drive their Jeep off the fucking road to go up to the mall because they missed the entrance to the mall on the right, which, keep in mind, we're still in quarantine here, but the entrance to the mall, they passed it already. So they drove their Jeep off the road
To turn around?
To go up into the mall. They literally went up over the curb and everything. They're not on a road. There's nothing there. But you know what I did? I went, what the hell? And then I pulled forward and I
kept driving.
And then I went and got gas and got coffee and moved on with my day. Like, what a concept. You know, like that. I wasn't like, I'm going to follow them. And every time they try to walk into the mall, I'm going to honk my horn. Like, what are you doing? Who cares? And meanwhile, these poor employees, they're sitting there with their like, you know, their shitty little GNC electronic headphones having to listen to the every single time that this person's trying to order. Like, that's just as annoying to the employees.
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, I would say, now this is actually rated as everyone sucks. I'm gonna agree. I think everyone in the story sucks. They're all stupid.
Oh, they all suck.
Yeah.
All of them.
Like,
Hands
like,
down.
don't cut people off in a drive-through, but also don't be that petty. Like, who cares? At the end of the day, who gives a shit?
Right.
So-
Don't wait 20 minutes in line for coffee.
For real.
Or just go inside, you fucking weirdo. Park your car, go inside, stop being annoying.
Order it and wait for it to be brought out to you. There's so many options you have here.
There's so many options. You can order it on your phone and they'll bring it to you. Like, stop being annoying. Everyone's so annoying.
So, okay, definitely.
Everyone sucks here.
Everyone sucks
Yeah.
here.
Oh my god, we literally we can do it now. We can do the thing.
I know.
We can do the thing. Sushi, we can do the thing. Everyone
Wait,
sucks
what?
here.
Sucks here.
Everyone sucks here.
Everyone sucks here.
We need like a button.
We do. We're all through it.
Everyone sucks here.
See, that's where we're getting back into that disc jockey,
Oh,
like
God.
shock jock. Like, oh yeah, you know, like these.
Oh, yeah. We should make that, though.
God. So, okay, well that was my short and sweet one.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll move on. Who wants to take the lead? What do you guys got? Sushi, you got one?
You got
Or-
any juicy
You got a
ones?
juicy one, Sushi?
I have one that is an asshole one. It's all I labeled it is boyfriend throws girlfriend under the bus to family. That's what I named it, so I don't know the
Whoa.
exact context. And then I have one that's another am I the asshole? Mother-in-law trans wedding uninvited, so kind of vague, but probably
God.
juicy.
I kind of want.
And then I have one that I keep saying I'm going to read, and then we never read it. And I named it "Bitch Better Have My Money."
Read it.
Oh,
Read it.
yes.
Just get it.
Yes.
Let's knock it out.
That one?
That's the one.
Okay. All right. But this is definitely am I the asshole?
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Let's go. My boyfriend, 31 male, needs new glasses to be able to see properly. Obviously. What? Okay. He asked me, 24 female, to pay for them because he would struggle to meet the cost. Okay, I'm going to leave my personal feel. I'm going to just read it. I'm going to read it. Okay. Initially, I said, of course. He earns a little less than I do. Ma'am, what? Okay. Personal feelings aside. He earns a little less than I do and has had his hours cut because of the pandemic. So I could understand that it might be hard for him to afford them. Meanwhile, I have savings and I have so far kept my job. So would it make a huge difference to me if I pay? After I agreed, he thanked me and said he would choose the frames next week and would let me know how much money to transfer to him. This was all fine until today when he mentioned that he was considering upgrading his car. He only bought a car last year, so I asked if now was really a good time to be considering that since he's struggling for money. He said that he isn't struggling. He actually has about $1,000 in his savings account, enough to cover the upgrade. If the part exchanges his current car, and that isn't my wait, I'm sorry. Okay. I read that wrong. If he part exchanges his current car, comma, and that isn't my business how he spends his money. Whoa, but he can ask you to pay for his glasses? Yikes. This annoyed me. I felt like if he had sufficient savings to cover the glasses, he should pay for them himself and should prioritize that over unnecessary new car. I said as much to him, but he thinks I'm being unreasonable. From his perspective, I have more savings than he does, so it won't affect me much if I give him money. Am I the asshole for saying that I won't pay for the new glasses and he'll have to use his own savings to cover it? I know I agreed in the first instance and that paying won't really make a big difference to me, but I feel like he was trying to take advantage of me by implying that he couldn't afford it when he actually has more than enough.
Ma'am.
Ma'am? My body shaking right now.
Oh.
I want to, okay, first and foremost, he's 31 and she's 24. So already, no.
Oh.
I didn't even
catch that.
Yeah,
You're right.
Oh, I caught that. From the first sentence, I was like, oh no.
I was distracted by your feelings coming out, and you're like, I could see the rage coming. Like,
I'm full tilt raged right now.
Okay. Ma'am. First of all,
Ma'am.
we all understand that people are having problems right now because of the pandemic. Got it. But if you are unemployed, you do not get to make upgrades to your car when you cannot see.
Period. Exactly. That's it.
You are
There's
31
no discussion.
years old, and you should have your goddamn priorities straight, which is, if you can't fucking see to drive the car, you don't need to upgrade the goddamn car. If
You don't have a job. You're not driving anywhere.
If there's nothing wrong with the car.
Where are you driving? You don't have a job.
Now, I wear glasses. I need glasses to fucking see.
Me too.
I have a bad astigmatism. My glasses. I have been told that if it wasn't for the invention of curved lenses, I'd be wearing bottle cap glasses. That's how bad my eyesight is, right? And so I know that if I go to like a Lens Crafters, I have to spend like $600 on glasses.
On just the frames.
And I have
not the frames, the lenses.
And I have before finding the age of the internet and being able to order my glasses online, I was spending like $600 almost every year on a pair of glasses.
Yep.
This man just said he has $1,000 in his savings account and he wants to upgrade his car. And wanted her to pay for his glasses. No, you're being a dick. Use that fucking money to buy your own damn glasses.
He's asking a 24-year-old girl to pay for his glasses. Like, ew, he's 31.
Like, also, who treats a car upgrade like a fucking phone upgrade? What do you want? Like, what do you want with this whole like?
Yeah, that's true.
Like who just he's living so far outside of his means. Like, this is like, who's just like, oh, I'm gonna upgrade my car it's been a year and I need to get a new car. You don't have a job. Like, and why are you, and like you said, and as she said in the story, like, it doesn't matter if she's got more money because he's literally taking advantage of her. That's
a problematic thing too, is that she mentions that he says, oh, well, you have more in savings, so it's not going to hurt you as much. But what is my financial stability here? Why are my finances, why do they affect you so damn much?
Why is she being asked to do wife things when she's just a girlfriend,
right?
You know?
Exactly. Did it say if they live together? I can't remember. If they don't live together, then it doesn't fucking matter. My savings doesn't matter to you.
It doesn't say that they do.
Okay.
Also, it's savings.
Assuming
this is savings.
Yeah.
These are
savings.
This is something. Again, we are living in the hardest times right now. You know, like nobody has jobs. This is savings. You need every penny that you can get, and for him to just want to
this man's.
Oh my God, this man's.
Somebody needs to come get their man's over here.
Get your man.
Come get your man.
So, okay, resoundingly, no, she is not the asshole here. Definitely.
No, I can't even believe she's asking if she's an asshole. And I wish I could talk to her right now and be like, little lady, he is 31 years old and his mental capacity is lower than yours. Like, he is so mentally immature that that's what he's doing. And she's so much younger than him. And the whole thing fucking stresses me out.
Are there any good like comments or updates or anything like that regarding this one?
Do we want to read these comments?
I'm pretty sure that everybody's going to resoundingly agree here that she's not the asshole. I'm just curious.
The hypocrisy. He says it's not her business how he spends his money. Yeah, he tells her how she should spend hers.
Exactly. Why is that? Is it because you're 31 and you still see her as a child?
Right. But she has to pay for your adult things. Your fucking glasses? Oh my God.
Here, pay for God.
But why? But also another thing is, why is he 31 and she makes more money than him? What, like, the whole relationship doesn't add up to me. He's so much older than her. He's obviously very like mentally immature. She not only still has a job and he does, which could be a million different things, but she states specifically that she makes more than him. That's someone that's just coming out of college. So where is this man at?
Yeah.
Also, it also makes you think too, like, I mean, because of a person like this dude's mindset, is he even being honest with how much he makes? He could very well
He could just say anything.
He could very well just be like, oh, you make more than me, but that way he can kind of do whatever the fuck he wants with his money. And
oh my God, that's even worse.
Yeah, that is even worse.
There's a lot of things that people do in those situations where they can try to like take advantage of their significant other, which is fucked anyway. But they're trying to paint a picture of like, oh yeah, well, you know, it's bad for you because you make more than me and whatever. So who even knows with this dude? But like,
she definitely, even though she said that she agreed to give him the money, should not give him that money.
No,
she should not give him that money, and she should tell him that, you know what? If you have the money to upgrade your car, you have the money to pay for your own glasses.
If you got the money to upgrade your car, you got the money to move the fuck out.
Yeah, well, I see. If I could talk to her, I would say what you just said, Sam, but not for her to tell him, for her to fucking leave him.
Yeah.
Like, you need to understand he is 31 years old and you think that's sexy and that you must be mature, but that's not it. He doesn't think you're mature. You're at his same like maturity level, which is not good. And he's taking advantage of that, and you need to run away. Because this is just the beginning of what is to come.
Oh my God.
Definitely this dude's an asshole, yeah.
He is the asshole.
In the context of the post, not the asshole as for her. She's not the asshole. He is the asshole here.
Yeah, and I just want to tell her about all the red flags, like the glaring red flags.
Well, hopefully Reddit did that, and hopefully she saw these comments and went, "Oh yeah, get out of here." So, that being said, we got Sam's up next here.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
All right.
Yeah,
I'm ready to be mad. I don't know. I just feel like I'm gonna be mad at this.
So every so often, you basically hear kind of the same story over and over. And this one is kind of the same story that I've heard several times from men writing in. Am I the asshole for telling my fiance she can only buy a wedding dress if I get to spend the same amount? The face that Sushie's making.
Right?
I wish you could film the face that I'm making.
So,
what does he want to spend it on?
My fiance and I are getting married in October, and I couldn't be more excited. Currently, she's unemployed because her job permanently shut down due to the lockdown, so the income comes from me and her unemployment. I make good money, so I don't care if she gets another job. I can support us. Money's a little tight lately because we very suddenly had to buy a new car, and we haven't really spent any personal money, only money on groceries and necessities. Last night, my fiance came into our bathroom while I was shaving and looked a little nervous. She asked if she could buy a $350 wedding dress that she's been looking at for months. I kind of looked at her and asked where the $350 would come from. She said we had a lot of money in our savings we hadn't touched, and it would barely make a dent in our savings. I thought about it for a second and told her if she gets to splurge $350 on a dress, I get to spend $350 on whatever I want. She said she didn't think it was a splurge, it was for our wedding, and I could buy what I wanted, but I could tell I had hurt her feelings. I told her spending $350 on a dress was a little ridiculous, and she started crying and walked out of the bathroom quietly. When I walked into our bedroom, she was under the covers and facing away from me. We haven't talked since. I don't feel like I'm being unreasonable, but am I the asshole? So the reason why I said that these stories seem to be about the same is because I have heard this story so many times written by guys who think that wedding dress costs $50 fucking dollars.
Yeah.
They think everything costs $50.
So like there's so many layers here of we have the tried and true man who does not understand that a wedding dress costs a lot of money, or let's just face it, women's clothes in general just cost more money. Period.
Right, they just cost more.
You know, and that's just a thing. That's a very unfortunate reality. But somehow people have not come to terms with this or can't come to understand this. But secondly, like that's not a lot of money. But let's look at the fact that he's talking about money being tight, yet he's like, well, then I want to go spend money too. Why? Like, what do you need to spend money for anyway? Like, you're talking about how money is so tight. You don't get to at the same time say, man, money is tight right now, but I'm gonna go spend $350 on whatever the fuck I want. Like, where's your argument then? Is money tight or is it not tight? Because if you can just throw down $700, then what are you complaining about to begin with? Like, why did you even make this into a situation? Like,
and it would be more like, I could see it if it was like, okay, you can spend $350 on the dress, and I'll spend $350 on whatever I want for the wedding, because that's comparable. Mm-hmm. But just anything he wants, that's not the same thing. Because I'm sure if she would want to spend $350 on anything she wanted, it wouldn't be her wedding dress. It would probably be something different.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
it doesn't really make this. It's not the same thing, right?
So the thing here is $350 for a wedding dress. That's
very
a
reasonable.
Really good deal. That's
a very
an incredible
good
deal. And
I don't think she'll get anything cheaper.
Honestly, no.
Not really. No.
And I see this story a lot where women will find a dress. I saw one where a woman found a dress for $100, and he absolutely lost his fucking mind. He lost his mind, and he wanted her to look on Wish, where he had looked, and found that she could buy a perfectly good wedding dress for $25.
God. Who are these people? I buy stupid T-shirts that are $30. What?
Now the thing here is, if money is tight, why are you having a wedding?
Right. You don't just go to City Hall or whatever it is.
If it, you can get a nice dress to go to City Hall and have the two of you get married and blah blah blah, and then
that's fine.
Then have something later on in life. Have an anniversary, like renewal of the vows. Like, have something nice then. If you don't have money, why are you spending so much on this one party? On this one party.
On frivolous things, basically. Like, at the end of the day, it's all frivolous. If you just get married, and then you're getting married to get married.
Exactly. Because no one needs a wedding.
No.
You're choosing that.
And on top of that, like, there's just like that. What is with this weird mentality that these people have in relationships, and it seems to be more often than not dudes, have this weird thing of like, oh, well, you got something, I want something too. When is that? Why is that a thing? Like, I don't get it. Like, especially if you're sharing accounts or whatever, right? Like, when it, say, you go out and buy a video game for yourself or whatever the fuck. Like, why would your significant other also be like, well, I want to buy something. Okay, well then do it. We share accounts. Like, you don't have to you're not have to make a thing out of it. Just, you're doing, if you guys got the money and you're able to do this or whatever, just fucking do it. Like, why are you making it this big, like, oh, you got something? Well, now I want something too. Like, she's not taking anything away from you, dude. She's just trying to buy a dress, a cheap
for
dress.
Your fucking
for your
wedding.
fucking wedding. Because she's marrying you. Like, she's already doing you a favor, dude. Shut the fuck up.
She's taking one for the team, because I don't want that one.
So there are a couple edits. He says, I never really looked at how much dresses are. They really are expensive, and that's a shock. We paid our whole wedding, and I knew that would be expensive, but since dresses are her thing, and I'm not supposed to see them, I never looked. I love my fiance. I just want her to feel beautiful. I feel like a total asshole. I just assumed wedding dresses weren't that much unless they were like custom made or like a celebrity dress. He also edited again. The way we've always done things in our relationship is if I splurge on X amount of money, she gets to as well. We also have even before she lost her job. So that was my mindset, which was not the mindset I should have had. We've talked about it. I've apologized. We're good. I'm going to put this post to rest because I learned I'm the asshole, but my fiance wanted to read through it to laugh at me getting my ass virtually handed to me and also share the dress she was looking at. Thanks, Reddit. And basically the dress is a really simple halter top dress. It's got a little bit of lace on it. It's not very...
Oh, I see it.
It's not very... It's not something that I would say is over the top. There's not a lot of...
It's not over the top. It's not very flashy. Yes, it's very simple and elegant.
It was very simple. It was very elegant. This is something that she could have gone to a courthouse and worn, honestly.
Yeah.
So I think that, Reddit let him know he was the asshole. And he actually, surprise, surprise, took it very well and apologized, and things seem to be good. So I hope.
I do appreciate when when somebody calls them an asshole and they go, okay, you know what, I get it. Like, I appreciate when they don't double down on their story, because a lot of these people, they post their stories, they get called an asshole. That's not what they wanted, so they really dig in their heels and they just keep going deeper and deeper and deeper.
Like, they get backed in a corner, right?
And it's like first of all, you put yourself here to begin with anyway, dude. But like, I do appreciate the fact that he literally said, like, he basically said, like, listen, I was ignorant of the fact that these dresses are cheap or expensive, and I was wrong. And so, I mean, while yes, in the moment he was an asshole, for the sake of labeling it, yes, definitely an asshole. But I do appreciate that he came back and had the edits. Yeah. So there is some hope for humanity, I guess, in that regard.
Right.
Imagine thinking $350 for a wedding dress is...
It's, like, out of the question.
Yeah. Like, there are people out there who go to these huge sales because they put wedding dresses...
Oh, my God. They act crazy.
And like, they put wedding dresses on massive discounts.
And people fist fight.
And people fist fight like it's Black Friday.
Yeah.
So
they, like, get black eyes over these wedding dresses.
I think a big part of this too is, like, especially with like this, with everything that I've seen with these like wedding planning stories and all this, like, I feel like so much of this could be avoided if they planned everything out together. You know, a lot of times you always see these situations where, like, somebody's getting married and the woman's doing a lot of the planning, or she's shopping for her own dress and all this. Like, be involved together. You're getting married. You're binding your lives together. Yeah. You should be doing this stuff together anyway, because then when he goes out with you and sees these prices, it's not going to catch him off guard, and he's not going to go, oh, is there something cheaper? Because he's going to see, no, there's not. You know, like, do this stuff together, educate together.
Each other.
Each other, because... I mean, yeah, I have no reason to know how much women's clothing is going to be, because I don't buy women's clothing. I know that from talking with women about how much women's clothing is, or having gone out shopping with a woman and, like, standing there and looking at the prices and going, oh, Jesus, you know, like, that's half a hoodie. Why can I buy a whole hoodie, but you got to buy half a hoodie and it's the same price? What is that? I don't know.
Little crop top.
The crop top hoodie.
Yeah.
The crop top
same price the hoodie I'm buying. Got the same design on it and everything, but for some reason you get half the material. Like,
half the material at full price.
Yeah, so, you know, a lot of these people, they need to do more together, and I feel like that would alleviate a lot of this. Like, go out shopping together. Look at this stuff. Look at what women are dealing with.
Like, you know, I might
empathize with your fiance.
I might be derailing a little bit, but I do have a good, like, example of this too. You know, my parents, they're of the older generation, because, you know, I was the oops baby, but my mom used to tell me this story. My mom used to tell me this story about how she did a lot of the grocery shopping. And my dad would complain about how much money she was spending at the grocery store. And he just didn't understand why she had to spend that much money. And then finally, she took him with her to the grocery store.
Yeah.
And bought the same exact stuff. All the stuff he would ask for, all the dinners that he wanted. And he finally saw and understood why groceries cost that much. Because he was the one asking for how much, like, he was the one asking for these particular things.
Right.
So, you know, it's not like these people are going out and, like,
I vaguely remember a story like that with my own father happening with my mother. Like, I feel like that's something,
like, it, you know, I understand that you don't personally understand how much things cost, but don't come at people and be like, oh, well, you shouldn't be spending that much money because, you know, I want to spend it too. Well, now we're $600 in debt.
Look at what
we're all fucked.
Look at what your weekly Little Debbies cost us, Dave. You ask for these Little Debbies every week, and every box is $5.50, Dave. Look at this.
God.
Well, you know, these were some good asshole.
These some good assholes.
Good assholes.
These are some good assholes.
These are some good. Am I the asshole stories this week?
Grade A.
Right. we're not done though. You know, we like to in our dumpster diving, we like to take a little segue moment, a little story here, and dive into some misconnections. Just see what we can find on Craigslist. There's always, this is the bottom of the barrel. This is literally scraping that wet corner of the dumpster out where the bag leaked. So that's what we're gonna dive into a little bit of this, and then we'll jump back into our Reddit stories and get into some relationships, because I got one I'm pretty excited about, and I know you guys both have some too. So I'll go ahead and if either of you don't mind, I'll go ahead and read my misconnection. So this is, man, what state did I pick on this? I'm trying to I always pick like a new state every time I do a misconnection, because I did Wisconsin this time.
Wow. Wisconsin.
So this is in Watertown, Wisconsin.
They have cheese, right?
Yes, Wisconsin's a cheese state. Yeah,
Oh.
Wisconsin. So they're the cheese state. If you are out there in Wisconsin, there is a misconnection waiting for you here. This is called Watertown Walmart Yeti Frost. Don't know what that means, but that's the title.
I love Yetis.
This evening, Yeti Frost stinks. You are stunning. I hope you see this. I'd love to sit by the lake and talk with you sometime. I saw you by the cash registers, and we exchanged another smile. If you see this, reply with what I was wearing. It kind of stood out. Hopefully, hear from you. Have you noticed every single one of them is always like, what was I wearing? Like man, you in the 30-second glance that you got from me at the store, I did not memorize your outfit.
Your whole I didn't memorize your whole outfit.
But what is Yeti Frost?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I need to know, because this evening, period. That's that's the sentence. This evening, period. Yeti Frost stinks, period. What is Yeti Frost? Oh. So okay, Sam used the power of Google. Old Spice Yeti Frost scent body wash with cooling for men.
Wow.
It's
oh boy.
There's a whole video on it. I'm not gonna play it because I don't want it to
So what it is it's an Old Spice scent. Yeti Frost stinks.
So do you think he was shopping for something and he smelled Yeti Frost and he's like, oh, that stinks. Well, I'm gonna put that in my story for some reason. By the way, I saw you at the cash register. I don't.
Right. What? How is it relevant?
I love these stories because I never understand their train of thought. I never understand typing it out and then sitting back and going,
yeah, that's it.
Yep, that's it.
That's it. Press send.
Okay, I'm gonna mention this right now.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll have it for next week. I'm mentioning it that way I can force it out of her because she listens to these. I actually do. We're gonna have, hopefully next week, we're gonna have a misconnection that'll be from somebody that I know. I actually found out my sister does listen to our podcast. Hey,
no
Allie.
way.
So she listens to the podcast.
Hi, Allie.
And she came out,
sister.
and she told me that she has a missed connection that someone wrote about her that she found and replied to.
No.
So she's going to tell me this story. She already agreed that she was going to tell me it. I kind of want to see if maybe I could maybe get her on a segment or something, or at least get her to tell it. If not,
record it or something.
Yeah, record it, and that way I can just play it and we can all hear it.
Yeah.
At the very least, if she has the time, of course, because whole time difference thing. But if not, she's gonna tell me the story regardless. So I'm excited because we talk about people has anybody ever found these, and sure enough. Not only did somebody find this,
your backyard.
but in my family,
wow.
So I'm very excited about that. So I'm mentioning it now. That way,
Allie, please.
Allie can hear this, and she goes, please. "Oh, okay, now I gotta make the time."
Sibling pressure.
Yeah, sibling pressure.
You know what? It's really corny, but I would love it if at the end of the day, we connected a misconnection and they loved each other. It was true love.
Right?
I'm a big corn bulb for that, but
That
I'd be
would be
so
amazing, but you know that they would invite us to the wedding, and then the wedding would be canceled because he didn't want to spend $50 on a wedding dress.
Right? And then
You're right. And then we just do a live podcast.
It would simultaneously go from misconnections to am I the asshole to I ruined my relationship, what do I do now?
Yeah. And then we'd have a whole episode dedicated to
God.
it. So this is really just working out in our favor. All right. So at the end of the day,
It's more content.
yes. So that's mine. That's what we have to look forward to. I'm not promising that it'll be there next week, but I'm gonna try my hardest. It all depends on her. So that's tantalizing. Just enough out there. I don't know any more than you guys know at this point. That's all she told me. And then she wants.
I'm ready.
Yeah,
I'm ready to hear this story.
I'm very ready.
Oh my God.
My body's ready.
Oh.
So that being said, I see you got yours pulled up, Sam. So you want to go ahead and dive in. Let us know what you got.
I think so. I just typed in mine's from Reno.
Wow.
So white shirt at Cane's, and I'm gonna read this exactly word for word. You ready?
I'm ready. I'm
Okay.
always ready for these.
Hi, we locked eyes. You look like good and thinking we have something. And one thing I want to know about you. You are gorgeous, though. Wow, but contact me like to see if you would blind date dots on shirt last Saturday.
Looking at this, there's no punctuation, just run-on sentences. Oh my God. And one thing I want to know about you? Question mark. You are gorgeous, though. Wow. But contact me like to see if you would. What? I can't even like.
Contact me like to see if you would blind date dots on shirt last Saturday.
Okay.
So wait.
I can't wait to reply.
Contact me for this blind date. Doesn't that defeat the purpose of the blind date? Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever, Reno.
Okay.
Whatever, Reno.
Sam and Sushie, I must ask now.
Yeah.
With writing like that, how quick would you be to contact somebody if it was about you? I mean, that is
Not at
It's a
all.
hard no. It's a hard
Not
no.
at all.
I would never.
Not at all.
because
Don't
man,
ever-
that is some gorgeous writing that they put out there. And
you're right.
I need to know. Again, it's one of those things where they sit back and they wrote it up and they're like, "Yep, that's it, send." But how little do you think of these people that are like, they're like, "Oh man, this is my next connection right here. I read this thing that was vaguely about me, I think, and now I got to get with this person."
Oh my god. I need a little bit of literacy. If we're writing notes to each other, I need to be able to tell what the fuck you're saying.
You need a couple of commas when you speak to me. Like, you need a couple of pauses.
Right.
You need to take a breath in there at some point.
Yeah.
That I love these. I want, like you said, Sushie, I want us to at some point just connect someone. I don't care when, just at some point, someone to go, God, that was us. And
Yeah. That was us. We did it. Look at us go.
I'm interested if anyone out there has replied and had a good relationship out of these misconnections. I want to know about it. Like, go ahead and email us or DM us that story, because I want to hear if anyone's actually had a successful relationship come from a misconnection on Craigslist.
Honestly, I just want to hear if you replied to one.
Yeah.
Because that would even be interesting to me. If you have even replied to a misconnection.
I swear, if I find out that this is how Allie met her wife, I'm gonna lose it. If I find out that this is how she met her wife, I'm gonna lose it. But I do want to know if anybody's actually replied to any of these. And because it's not just like, oh, I'm putting out a relationship thing. This is like somebody like who, oh, I remember that moment. I want to know.
Yeah.
So, all right, Sushie, what do you got for us? You got any?
I got one. Okay. Mine says, Canadian guy looking for his American beauty. Hello, Canadian guy here, 31, handsome, and looking for his American beauty. Are you out there? But my concern is, sir, you're already Canadian. You hit payload. Why would you want an American? Why are you dumpster diving? What's going on there?
He's hit the bottom of the barrel. Apparently,
why are you hitting the bottom of the barrel? You're already Canadian, sir.
Apparently, Canadian women have already determined that he's the weakest link, and he's just now finding out. So now he's got to go somewhere else.
Is that like a Canadian thing? Is there like a weird like American fetish thing of like I gotta get me an American?
But why?
Right?
She must be
At this point in the year 2020.
So
what could the fetish be?
She must be so fucked up with her non-free healthcare.
Yeah. Right.
I want to get me one of the American women who can't afford to get that birth control.
Oh God!
Oh my God!
Like, what is the goal here? You know, I want one of the American women who literally can't leave the country because they're not allowed out.
Yeah. Why would you want us, Canadian guy? Why do you want us?
Hey, Canadian guy here.
It's the true dumpster dive is to be that determined to. Like, are we sure this guy's Canadian? Like, this sounds like an American.
Where was that?
In New York.
Oh God.
So he's already
6th Avenue.
So he's already in the States.
I guess. Yeah, maybe he's here. Like maybe he can't go back, or I don't know.
I mean, you know, country
or maybe he lives here long term. I don't know.
So then, why did like if he? Let's just imagine he moved here and he's living here, right? Why make it relevant? Why make it known that, oh, but I'm a Canadian? Like, is he thinking like...
Yeah, because that doesn't matter.
Is that a thing American women are looking for? Like, they're like, oh, well, he lives in the States, but he's Canadian. Like, is that a...
Yeah, no.
Is that exotic? Like, is that... Whew.
I wouldn't ever think that a Canadian is exotic. And I would also never, like, discount possibly dating someone because of they're Canadian. That also doesn't make sense. It's like a non-factor. Like, who cares? To me, anyway. Not something I would ever care about.
I'm going to blow both your minds here and point out something that's very irrelevant to this whole thing, right? But, like, I think people often forget that Canadians are Americans. You know? Like, what continent are they in? We're North America, right? Therefore, they are Americans. In the same sense that you say, like, oh, yeah, people in Brazil, they're South Americans.
Right.
Canadians are they're Americans. They're North Americans. Yeah, they're not from the United States, but they're Americans. So I mean, like, you got an American woman right there in Canada, man. Like,
American woman.
Oh my God, what?
Yeah. Well, I will not be contacting Canadian guy.
Are you sure? I can give you his contact.
Why don't you reach out to him and let us know how that goes? You could be the first one to respond.
Yes, you go.
You're in the correct state, even. You know, like you could be the one. What if your dream of the misconnection coming true was even deeper, and you were the missed connection? What if?
Oh God.
What if
we were the misconnections all along?
Yeah.
Wait. So you think that I'm gonna fall madly in love with a Canadian guy? What?
Maybe?
I don't see that for me.
Okay.
I don't know.
Oh, well, that was our misconnections. It's lovely every time, and they're terrible every time because, and that's why I like to go to every state, because I'm always hoping that, like, you know, as we start getting through more and more of these, like if I start getting into repeat states, I want to know if we're gonna hit a point like, man, that sounds like someone from Reno. You know, man, that sounds like someone from South Dakota. Like, I want to know.
Ooh, like we're really gonna get it. Yeah.
Like if we start like making correlations to like where they live.
I mean,
versus,
every
like,
time we read one from Portland or Seattle, I can always tell.
Yeah.
You can definitely tell a misconnection in Portland and Seattle. There's definitely,
because they're just, you know, I mean, Portland's got that whole keep Portland weird thing, you know, and then people embrace that. Like, and you drive around, there's bumper stickers all over the place, it's spray painted on buildings. People embrace the idea of quote unquote being weird, whatever that means in Portland. But then you put that on the internet, you put that on Craigslist, and that's what like that one we read, episode 1 that I read with the person who was talking about like painting of the soul and all that. That was Portland, you know. That was 100% Portland. Like, oh, I want to like feel your ecstasy as I look through the stars and paint our, you know.
Wow.
All of that. So whenever you see things like that, you know. I feel like the New York ones, I expected them to be a little more angry, personally. Like, that's what I was thinking. like, yo, where you at? I'm like... I saw you at the Higgledy-Piggledy Inn. Do they have what is a Higgledy-Piggledy?
What the hell is a Higgledy-Piggledy?
I just assume it's a shop in New York. I don't know. I know nothing about New York.
I know.
Okay. It sounds like it.
Boy. God.
I went to New York one time. It was very cold. I ate $1 pizza. I appreciated it. I went home. It was still very cold. I went there without a coat because I didn't own a coat at the time. And I went there and it's February. That's my New York story. So
Wow.
I want the proper New York experience one day. I want to go in the summer. Or maybe the fall.
No,
maybe
you
the
don't.
fall.
I've been in the summer.
Fall.
It's hot as fuck. I would rather go in the fall.
Go in the fall.
Yeah.
Or the spring.
All right. Well, we got some relationships here. We got some good stories that to be brought up. You got yours pulled up, so do you want to go ahead and lead us into this?
I'll do it. I'll do mine. So mine is my 23 female boyfriend, 25 male, has stopped showering during lockdown and for the past 2 months has only been spraying Febreze on himself.
Uh-oh.
I can't believe it. I have been dating my boyfriend for 2 years and living together for 1. A few weeks ago, I started to notice that, well, he kind of smelled bad. Not like a one-time thing, but day to day, he smelled pretty poorly. Then a light bulb went off in my head, and I suddenly realized I had not seen him shower in a long time. I brought it up awkwardly, and he said, without shame, yeah, he has not been showering since he doesn't have to go out. He works from home, and we can't go out to socialize, of course. We get groceries delivered, etc. So he says there is no point to showering. Then he says, let me show you my routine. And he goes... And he goes to our pantry and pulls out a spray Febreze bottle and misses clothes with it. I thought she was going to say butter. And he goes and gets the butter. I was like, dude, it doesn't work that great. No offense, you start to smell. He scoffed and said I'm exaggerating. I was like, no, Febreze is not a good way to be clean. He said I am ruining his quote unquote home comfort style. I was like, what? We had a big argument about it. He is refusing to shower until, quote, all restrictions are lifted and he has to go out into the world. He is adamant showering is not needed. He says it's a waste of water. As a compromise, he offered to become naked once a week and wipe himself down, but would not shower. I said, this is disgusting, and I wasn't going to make love with somebody who has not showered for months, and he began to cry. He says I am trying to shame him and says I'll use more Febreze, as if that is what the issue is. I am starting to think we may have to break up because of this crazy issue. He will not budge on this. He is taking a stand against showering for some reason, but insists when lockdown is 100% over, he will go back to showering. He also hasn't changed his underwear for a week, by the way, because he says laundry is also a waste, so he wants to stretch everything out and says Febreze works on boxer briefs as well as a sofa cushion. I am so not about this.
I don't even know how to unpack this.
Am I overreacting? Is it normal for guys to just Febreze themselves instead of showering? Should I really end my relationship over this, since it looks like lockdowns are starting to open up pretty significantly, and maybe in a few weeks he'll go back to showering? I am so confused. Too long, didn't read. My boyfriend refuses to shower during lockdown and just has been spraying Febreze on himself every day. I find it very smelly and don't like it.
This is 100% in line with that my autonomy guy, who's just like upset about like, you know, his girlfriend putting like lotion in a bottle and making him have good skin. Oh my God, what was this story? This is a ride. This was a ride. Like,
yeah, it was a ride. I'm still unpacking it, and I don't know what to do right now.
Okay.
Someone replied, crying Febreze only boyfriend is one of my sleep paralysis demons. Sir, ma'am. Sir, get your ass in the fucking shower.
Get in the fucking shower.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Okay, let me just unpack this real quick here. If I saw the man that I was living with has not taken a shower, and I can smell him, and he goes as far as to show me his routine of Febrezing himself, which, by the way, you're not supposed to let that come in contact with your fucking skin.
Right.
Why are you doing this? Why are you going out of your way
justify being disgusting.
To justify not getting your nasty ass in the fucking shower. Get in the fucking shower. What are you doing with the butter? Get out of the
We're all
get
depressed,
in the fucking
okay?
shower.
Get in the shower.
What? Okay. How do you not just feel fucking gross, right? Yeah. That's what I want to know.
Feel like itchy and just upset.
Like you hit that point, like, you know, like you, like everybody hits that point where like you're just like, man, first of all, a shower feels good. What are you, fucking 3? Like, that you don't want to go shower? Like, I enjoy showering. It feels good having like nice warm water and having a clean body. Like, it's relaxing.
And like fresh clothes.
It's exactly. Like, I mean, like you know, I think. I'm so upset by this. I'm like, this is so much. Like, not only is there the fact that, like, okay, if you're wearing the same underwear is so gross. That is so gross. Yeah. I don't care if you're a man or you're a woman. It is going to smell bad. It's going to. Because you're a human being and you're going to make it smell bad if you wear it for too long. That's what happens to all of our clothes. On top of that, like, you're not going to suddenly just stop sweating. Like, like you said, the Febreze doesn't go on your skin. And how do you not just feel gross? Also, how are you not sticky from the Febreze? How do you not feel even grosser doing that? You know, like, oh my God, get in the fucking shower.
Just get in the fucking shower. Get.
On a very serious note, though, I do understand that a lot of times when people become depressed, this is kind of one of the first signs, is that they stop caring about themselves hygienically like this.
Yeah.
I personally have never witnessed someone like this who just straight up argued that I'm taking a stand against showering because of this, and this, because it's a waste. A waste of what? Are you worried about the water bill? Are you? Because I mean, I guess that's a real fucking thing to be worried about how high the water bill is. But dude, get in the fucking shower.
Yeah.
You can literally
shower every other day.
You can literally take a sailor shower where you get in the fucking shower and you only turn the water on to fucking rinse yourself off. Put some fucking soap on your body. Stop doing this shit. Is she overreacting? No.
Not at all.
Oh my God. No, you're not overreacting. Because literally being near other dirty people can make you fucking sick.
And like, that's it. Like, let's talk about how unhygienic that is. Oh my, he started crying because she won't have sex with him because he's dirty. Dude, she's looking out for her own health. Like, ain't no one want your fucking smelly, dirty Febreze dick anywhere near them. Like, are you kidding me right now?
So upset.
Like,
I am so upsetty spaghetti. Oh God.
Come on, dude.
I'm so mad that we can't name the episode Febreze dick because that's just against all algorithms.
I know. We would literally
kill the show.
100% like.
Oh, nobody's raggedy ass son is worth this nonsense.
Yeah.
That's true.
We could definitely call this the Febreze only boyfriend though. Like,
boyfriend by Febreze.
Right, boyfriend by Febreze. Oh my God.
Do you think he originally showered with the Yeti Frost?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
And she was like,
that adds up. Yeah.
She was like, look, that smelled like shit too, but at least I knew you were fucking clean.
Yep. Exactly.
I would not want this man anywhere near cooking my food. I would not
sitting on my couch.
Sitting on my couch, petting my dog. Get your dirty hands off my dog. Like
there's so much.
Oh my God,
yeah,
dude.
Like, I've had the smelly friend before, right? I've had the friend that both there's the people who naturally just sweat a lot and they do shower, but they still just naturally sweat a lot and they just can't help it. I've had that friend, but I've also had the friend that did have that pit of I'm not showering because I'm depressed, right? But it doesn't change the fact that both of those friends have made my furniture smell fucking terrible because they didn't shower, you know, and that's a thing. But you know what? neither one of those friends doubled down on not showering either. That's why I can't chalk this up to, well, maybe he's depressed if he's like, well, let me show you my routine and saying in quotes that he's taking a stand against showering, because that is some serious, like, no, like, showering is that's something that the government makes us do. Like, he's bordering on some, like,
yeah, it's like a conspiracy
theory. Yeah. Like, what are you doing with the butter? What are you doing not showering? What is wrong with all of
The fact that he says he'll use more Febreze. Here's the thing, too. If he really is, like, concerned that showering is a waste of water and worried about the water bill, how much is fucking Febreze?
Way more. It's like $6 a bottle or something.
Exactly. I'm sorry, sir. You need to stop it.
I don't care that we in a pandemic. Kick this man out your house.
No.
Like,
Right on the street where he belongs.
This is someone not being able to take care of themselves hygienically, and the fact that he seems to have more respect for, oh, well, I'm going to go back to work and the lockdown will be up and I'll shower for all these other people, but not for his girlfriend
and like,
who he wants to fuck.
Can we just also look at the fact that, like, how blindsided she was by this to learn that in the 2 years that they've been together, that he's only been showering because he has to. By his logic, he's only been showering because he goes to work. Can you? I can't imagine her feelings finding this out. Like, like, there's a lot of people, as an adult, yeah. There's a lot of people finding out, like, who are, they're in quarantine with their significant others or whatever. They're finding out, like, oh, they got maybe this annoying habit or annoying quirk they didn't know about. That's one thing. But to find out that your significant other has only, for the 2 years that you've known them, have only been bathing because they literally have to go out in public. Like,
this is 100%.
I feel so bad for her.
This is 100% a reason to break up with someone. I'm sorry. Why did you break up with them? Because they wouldn't take a fucking shower.
Is he, like, sleeping next to her? Like, what's going on there?
He's literally arguing with her. It's not even like, oh, well, I'm just gonna, whatever. He's literally taking her around the house and going, look, this is my routine. These are my Febreze. These are my private Febreze bottles. Like, I'm spraying it on my skin. I'm spraying it on my clothes. I'm not gonna do laundry. What the fuck are you talking about? If you don't want to do laundry, wear less clothing. You're in the house? Okay, work naked then. But you still have to fucking take a shower.
Right.
Last thing I'm going to say on it is, she said, is this normal for men to do this? God, as a man, no, it is 100% not. Please, women of the world, do not think that this is normal male behavior. I love taking a shower. I think it's great. A lot of the dudes that I know like to take showers. This is not normal male behavior. So I'll go find a normal male, please. And
I want to take showers.
Yes. Like, God, can you imagine? I can't imagine. Like, can you imagine being in a relationship and your significant other's like, hey, I'm going to take a shower. You want to join me? And he's like, nah, I got it covered. I got a bottle of Febreze. What? Like,
see you in 20.
Enjoy yourself. Hold. I took care of this. Holds out the bottle of Febreze. Go do your thing.
Like
Holy
pistols.
Shit.
Pew pew.
Yeah.
Oh God.
He got his little Febreze squirt gun.
Which
super soakers filled with Febreze.
Which scent do you think he uses?
God, I hope he doesn't use Gain.
Oh no, that'll ruin it for me. I love the Gain one.
Yeah.
I love that one.
He's the dude that probably goes out and buys the extra strength because he buys into the fact that it says extra strength on it, so he assumes that like it works better, That's he's using that extra strength potent shit. He's the kind of dude that literally sees those commercials of where like there's like this dramatization of like an air bubble like going around like a stinky smell cell and like eating it. They act like it's like white blood cells.
Like it's science,
they act like it's like white blood cells eating an infection, but like it's like
it's gone.
Yeah,
it's good enough for sofa cushions. It's
like,
good enough for boxer briefs.
Yep. It's
oh my God, sir.
Oh my God, I'm gonna throw up. I hate this topic.
So, that was incredible. That
one was mine.
that was Sam's.
Oh God.
Yeah, it sure was.
Sushi, what do you got for us? Get us away from Febrezeville.
Here we go. Mine says, I'm in a tough situation. My girlfriend told me about some coworkers who potentially hooked up. One of them is in a relationship with an up-and-coming good friend of mine. I really would like to tell my friend about what I've heard because I've been in his shoes beforehand, felt like an idiot when I found out everyone knew except for me. My girlfriend doesn't want me to tell because she said backlash from her coworkers. Telling my friend would be breaking her trust because she told me what she heard in confidence. Am I really struggling with what to do? Any ideas? Okay. Well, this is a hot mess. It's just gossip, and I love it. It's messy.
I'm ready.
It's just messy.
So here's the thing. Why do you care about he should, she should, anything?
That's true.
No, and
I hate that shit.
Here's another thing. This isn't just friendships right now in this situation. She's literally talking about coworkers. These are people she works with. This is her job. So that adds on a whole other layer here.
Were there any ages at all in this by any chance? Or
nope, no ages.
Okay, just curious because it sounds very young. Is why I ask. Like this.
It could be 14. It could be 44.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you really never know with these, but like. Who refers to like a friend as an up and coming? Like they're my up and coming friend. Like we're really getting there. Like
what does that mean?
I'm really wearing her down.
Yeah, she's gonna be my friend eventually. Like what is it, an up and coming friend? What is it? What was the story?
What does that mean? I don't know.
This came and went so fast. Like I was like expecting more, but then it just ended, and I'm like, what?
No, it ended. That was it. It was just gossip.
Mind your business.
Yeah.
Mind your own fucking business.
Mind your business. Mind your business.
Stay in your own lane because the second you open your mouth to your friend, you are going to lose the trust of your girlfriend.
Up and coming.
Yep.
And
up and coming.
you have the potential to literally ruin her work relations. With your non-malicious intent.
This sounds like Twitch streamer problems.
Yeah, it's very much Twitch streamer problems.
This is just the kind of shit where, again, people get so caught up in everybody else's lives. And it's like,
right.
I understand right now, we are in quarantine, we're in lockdown, people are bored or whatever, but like this is someone's job. These are people's jobs, these are people's lives. And people don't make those connections. They don't go down that thought process chain of like, if I do this, this could fuck their entire like work scenario up, or their social scenario, whatever. This is one of those things like, just shut the fuck up. It doesn't involve you.
It literally has not him having this friend literally has nothing to do with these other people hooking up or not. He's not involved. You are not involved, dude. You're not involved.
Right.
Don't involve yourself. It's none of your fucking business. You're not involved.
Why would you involve yourself?
Don't involve yourself. You don't get to be the one that comes out and says anything about somebody else's relationship. It's none of your fucking business.
But they're up and coming.
They're up and coming.
They're up and coming, and they gotta be warned. They're up and coming. Like I gotta tell everybody about this thing that I've literally only seen from the very far outside view with my binoculars.
Right. Or the things that he hasn't even seen anything. He's just going off of what he's been told.
Yeah, it's literally telephone games of telephone never end well.
Nope.
They never fucking end well. That's
don't.
what this is. So best advice I could give is just keep your fucking mouth shut and live your life and stay in your lane and stay out of other people's fucking social lives and relationship lives.
Mind your business.
Oh man.
Mind your business. Mind your business.
Mind your business.
Mind your business.
Well,
there are people dying, Susan.
Yeah. Again, yeah. And that's again, we always come back to that. There's like these people are very narrow-sighted, They look at this thing and they don't look at a broader picture, It's like, again, we're living in hard times right now. We are everybody is in quarantine. There's a lot going on, and the last thing you want to do is fuck this up for these people at their job or whatever because you heard some shit in the game of telephone and you got interested in some gossip. Like, it doesn't concern you. Just move on.
Doesn't concern you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got one here. This is slightly. I think this will be different than the typical relationships that we had before. The title of it is I, 33 female, keep getting steamrolled by visitors to my house. There's a TLDR at the very beginning. It basically says, visitors to my home ignoring my specific instructions to not do things. Is this just how older people visiting are, or can I be more assertive? So that's the TLDR.
Okay.
So here, this isn't, they put another TLDR at the very end of it.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Jeez.
so here we go. My boyfriend, 36 male, and I, 33 female, bought an older house 4 years ago near a town where we moved. We're from 2 different countries, and we're living in another one. So we got, okay, so 3 countries here.
Okay.
Interesting. I wonder if this is like Europe, maybe. When we have visitors, they have to stay a while because it takes a while and a bit of money to get here. I'm running into a recurring problem when we have older visitors coming from both of our families. The house we bought is not perfect and needs some work, but it's perfectly livable. We know we have some large expensive chunks of renovation that will need to be done. New roof, better isolation. And we've been saving up for these. There are other problems that are small and more cosmetic that would cost some money to fix, but we chose to set these aside while saving up for the rest. Okay, makes sense. My issue is that when older visitors come, and it's only older people, they decide to go off and fix my house even when I ask them not to. That's an interesting problem. They just keep fixing my house. Example 1. Boyfriend's parents come over for a visit. There was some ivy growing on a wall outside that would need a trim within a couple months. However, our ladder is broken, and my boyfriend knows that he can get a ladder from his work in a couple of weeks. My father-in-law decides he's going to trim the ivy, and then I explain to him that we don't have a safe ladder to do so, and I'll get it in a couple of weeks. I leave him alone for a few minutes to take a shower, and come back outside and find him having built a completely unsafe table to stand on to reach the top of the ivy, like even less safe than the broken ladder, and trim it. I asked him 5 times to come down because I could see the structure wobbling, and I was terrified he'd fall and get hurt. He ignored me, and he eventually came down, smiled, and said, "See, nothing happened." I was furious. I told him I was angry at him, and even that didn't get through to him. Example 2. My dad visits with my aunt and uncle. One of the small issues with the house is that the water pressure isn't great. I know the cause, and I know it will take a plumber to have it fixed. We need to replace the pipes that are placed in a way that we need to have a professional do that. It's actually not a big bother. Just don't do the dishes at the same time someone takes a shower and no one even notices the problem. Which realistically, you shouldn't be doing that anyway because, shared water heater. Why are you doing that? That's rude. Someone's taking a shower. Don't do anything. Don't flush the toilet.
Right.
My dad and uncle decide that they want to fix it anyway. I tell them not to and explain why I know it will take a professional. Same with my father-in-law. I go to do something else, and before I know it, they've cut the main water to fix the pipes. I tell them to stop, and they don't. Short of me physically pushing them away, I try everything to stop them. No luck. Exactly as I planned, though, the problem can only be fixed by a professional. And long story short, they mess up things enough that we have to cut the water to the whole house until a plumber can be called. It's Sunday night, so I only got someone coming around the next morning. I had to dip into the structural changes savings fund to pay for the plumber. So she already has money they're saving for real problems, and the parents go and make another problem. Cool. And the long-term issue with the pressure is still there. We have to replace the pipes someday. Again, I was furious at my dad and uncle, and they don't even apologize. Oh my God. Example 3. My mom is over this, right? Just keeps going. My mom is over this week, and she was making food in a very nice iron pan that we have been seasoning for over a year. This means the bottom of the pan is blackened. If this was a Teflon, indeed. If this is a Teflon pan, that would be a sign that it's unusable. But for an iron pan, it means that it's just right. I told that to my mom multiple times, and that she would not believe me and tried to scrub the seasoning off behind my back, causing small specks to go to go in the food. Again, these are not dangerous, but we need to redo the seasoning of the pan now. She nearly destroyed the pan, which if anybody out there has cast iron pans, you know that you have to season them. You can't just wash them like with soap and water and scrub that shit off. You're not supposed to do that. She nearly destroyed the pan and would not believe me until I made her read the manufacturer's website. I am very conflict avoiding person. It's already taking a lot of going against my nature to stand up to these people and say, no, don't do that. But I do it every time. I'm sure there's an element of sexism here. This only happens when my boyfriend isn't home. I want to figure out how to make myself be more assertive and all of these people and for all of these people to listen to them in my own home, or to listen to me in my own home. I'm tired of getting steamrolled, and I'm coming to dread those visits. And then the TLDR, same thing that she put at the beginning of getting steamrolled by these people.
Wow.
More assertive. I realized that was a lot. I definitely understand why she had an example for each of them. Stop inviting them over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you can't respect my home when you're in my home, you don't get to come in my home anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are some crazy stories. Wow.
There does seem to be an element of sexism, like she said. They're not trusting her opinion that it can't be done right now.
Right.
What does this little lady know about pipes and stuff? Well, what do you know about pipes and stuff? You literally made the issue worse, and it wasn't as bad as it was if you had just listened to me. And here's the thing too. Why does she have to pay for it now? You made it worse.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, are they gonna pay for the damages?
You made it worse. I didn't ask you to do this. You did this all on your own. Send them a bill. Make them pay for it.
I would send them a bill. Yeah.
I would send them a bill too. Also, as much as I hate to say it, because they should be listening to her. They 100% should be listening to her. It is her home. They are guests in her home. They should respect her, but she also needs to have the support of her boyfriend too. He needs to say something as well. He needs to tell his own father that he needs to stop this. They need to listen to somebody. This isn't their home. You are a guest in my house. What the fuck?
Right.
There are things that like one of the comments here says, also stop giving them reasons for why the tasks haven't been completed yet. This also it just gives them the opportunity to think your reason isn't valid and undermine it. Just say that is being taken care of. I don't need your help with it, and don't touch it. And that's
pretty valid. Yeah.
That's very valid. But there's also something here that I don't know if people realize this, or I mean, I feel like everybody's experienced this. If you have any sort of connection with your parents still, it does not matter how old you are in life. You will never get that respect of just being viewed as an adult and not being viewed as a child to them. It's never going to go away. I remember visiting my grandparents, and I would see literally my grandfather and grandmother, the way they talked to my dad was like a child, when he's in his 50s at the time, like it would be like, that doesn't go away. That's just a thing that's never going to go away. And it's a really unfortunate thing that doesn't go away, but you have to literally stand up and go, hey, you can't come here anymore if you're going to be like this. I've had my father down visiting me back when I lived in Florida, and there were times where I literally said, hey, this is my house. Like, don't do this or don't do that. Like nothing like major, but it was kind of like this, like just respect that I'm the one paying the bills here. I'm the one who you are a guest here. And I appreciate the input, and I do appreciate I get parents, they want to help fix things, but not everything can be fixed by them. Not everything, they don't get to just continually undermine you because they're your parents. And that's what it sounds like they're doing as well. They just, because to them, she's a child, even though she's a 33-year-old woman who bought a house and clearly knows what she's talking about with everything. We can't do this because of this. We can't do this because of this. It's being taken care of. The end. Like, and like Sam said, I'm sure there's definitely some sexism involved with that too. Like, because of not doing that with with the boyfriend. But what is he doing? Is he saying anything? Has he spoken up? Like,
it sounds like a lot of the times, because he's not there, it probably is one of those things where it just gets, put to the side until it gets put to the side. He comes back, everything's moved on at that point. Which I can't imagine the plumbing thing had been moved on, obviously, because they had to do some more stuff with the structure of the house. But oh my God, would I be so furious if, I blatantly told you, hey, this needs to be looked at professionally, and you tore it apart, and now it's even worse.
Yeah. That's, oh my God, I'd be so angry.
Pan. What the fuck? Don't clean my pan.
Don't clean my pan.
Don't clean my pan.
There's a lot of people who just also people who don't know things, but they want to know things, but they're afraid to, like, there's a lot of people, it's okay to be ignorant on things. It's okay to not know everything. But like people like that, like this power dad couple or whatever, like this dad and uncle combo who went and like destroyed her house and went, whoops, we can't do anything. I feel like every single one of us has some sort of story where you are more knowledgeable about something to somebody and you tell them like, no, this can't be done that way. And they're like, oh, well, let me just try. And you're like, you don't need to try. And they do it and they fuck it up and they go, oh, I don't know what happened. Because you didn't listen to me. That's what happened. Like,
I already know the answer.
Yeah.
Like, at no point in time am I going to be going over to Sushie and being like, hey, maybe you shouldn't do that makeup that way. Trust me on this. I think I know. I don't know fucking shit about it. I'm not going to argue that. I'm not going to. No, let me do it anyway. Let me just do it. Oh, you fucked it up. Look at me. I'm a gremlin. Like, oh, I don't know what happened.
Yeah. Yeah. But also the blatant, like, not taking responsibility for it and not apologizing. She definitely shouldn't invite them over anymore.
That sounds more stressful than anything.
Especially if she's no longer comfortable in her own home, because she said she's, what is it? Doesn't like she's
non-confrontational.
Yeah, well, she also like hates thinking about them coming back over. Like she doesn't want it to happen anymore. And at that point, you shouldn't be made to feel uncomfortable in your own home. Like that. That is
unfortunate. I feel so bad when anybody ever has to feel uncomfortable in their own home. Like your home is supposed to be your safe haven from everything. And a lot of these turns into like something happening where, and so much of it is like an in-law does it too. Like, or a parent or an in-law. It's always like these invasive people like that come in and they somehow make your life a living hell in your own house. And it's like, I think honestly the only real solution is to go, hey, until you respect my boundaries and my rules and my home, you can't come over anymore. Like, I don't care if they have to travel for a long time. Like, sorry, you don't get to come over.
What is it the parents always said? My house, my rules.
Right?
Right. Yeah.
My house, even if it's destroyed, still my rules. You don't need to fix everything.
Yeah.
Because
especially when you're not fixing anything.
I would assume if she wanted the help, she would have asked. She blatantly would have asked. You don't just do that without somebody. And there's also, because she mentions that, they each are from another country. They're living in a third country. There's probably an element of like cultural stuff going on too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In that regard of not really listening to her opinion on her.
Yeah, because we don't know what countries these are either.
Yeah.
Like there could be.
Oh yeah, it's a good point.
I would just assume Europe, but who knows? I mean, it could be anything, and especially when she says that there's an element of sexism involved, that could be. There's a whole slew of countries that just don't give a shit about women. So I mean, like, who knows really with that, and that's very, very well a possibility there. I mean, I just feel bad for her. That's just like,
yeah. I definitely think that the boyfriend needs to have her back, and if they both have to say it, I would hope that they would have a conversation not at their home, maybe do it somewhere else. But I think he definitely needs to be involved as well, because it is his house too. And since it seems like they have a joint savings into this, he's having to pay extra for all of their crap too. So,
I mean, have either of you two had like invasive parent stories like this, where like you can't get them to understand your side or your point of view, or just not listening to you at all in regards to, like, not necessarily a house, but I feel like we all have had that at some point, right? Like, you know, whether however good,
Sure.
you know, like, I feel like everybody's had that in some way where it's like, just stop treating me like I'm a child. You know, we're all adults here, and just listen to me.
Yeah. Yeah. I got it. I can handle this.
Yeah.
I know what I need to do. Let me take care of it.
Right.
Yeah. Definitely. Oh God.
Well,
That was a rough one.
yeah. I didn't, you know, read this. I only read the title before I went into it, so wasn't expecting all of that. But luckily,
Sure
you know, we
you
did have the amazing Febreze man to
Good.
you know, lighten the load of the relationships here, because
Put the Febreze down, my dude.
Oh God, it's so gross.
and you know, I'm a little sad that we're not probably never gonna get an update to the Butter Bathroom Man, but
The Butter Bandit?
the Butter Bandit,
The
yeah,
Butter Bandit.
boyfriend.
Please. I hope she gets a private detective.
I want.
I hope she
wanna-
gets reimbursement because butter's expensive.
Butter's expensive, and he wants to buy his own private butter.
And
Oh,
so is
man.
Febreze. Febreze is more expensive than water, dude. Like,
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
it is more expensive than water. What are you doing? Take a shower. Holy shit.
Yeah, just take a shower, dude. You're weird. And if the thing is, we're just all a little upset and depressed right now, we can get it, but you don't need to double down on making an excuse as to why you don't need a shower. Just shower.
Just
do it.
shower. That should not. What a.
Just get in the shower. Get your
Just
nasty
get
ass
in
in
the
the shower.
fucking
Just
shower.
get in the shower.
I've never. I can't imagine being a grown ass man and complaining about having to be clean.
I can't imagine being a
weird.
grown ass woman having to tell my boyfriend to get in the shower.
Yeah, I couldn't have that conversation. I couldn't. I would be mortified.
I think I would literally repeat, "This is not real, right? this is gotta be a
Right?
joke.
This can't be a. That. How did you?
Are you
This can't be a real
actually kidding
concern.
me? Like, I there's just no way I could ever imagine that would be real.
Well,
yeah.
we got through it. We got through another fifth week here, episode 5.
week.
We are, you know, I'm again, you know, we are on a roll, and we are doing these every Wednesday. I say they go live every Wednesday. I do, you know, we do put them out on Wednesday. It's really up to the platforms themselves as to when they get released. Like a lot of the times, from what I've noticed, is when we put it out on Wednesday, Spotify, they put it up right away. Spotify, they're great. iTunes takes a little bit longer. Google is weird. It took like 2 days for it to go up, but then it dates it from the original date that it was posted. So, you know, bear with us. We can't really do much in regards to that. Each platform has their own thing, and they're all linking from one side. But, you know, that's why do yourselves a favor and just follow us everywhere. That way, you know when it goes up.
Yeah.
Regardless, the videos, they are live every single Wednesday on YouTube. You know, make sure you throw us a follow. You know, do the like. Leave a comment about what you liked about the episode, or, you know, leave us some stories. Hit us up on our email. You know, everyone sucks here podcast at gmail.com. Let us know what you think. Leave a comment down there. Every Wednesday, these will be live up on YouTube, and they will also be live every Wednesday on Spotify and iTunes and Google. Whenever Google gets its shit together and decides, okay, I'm gonna put this out there. But if you wanna you know, follow us and follow when we go live, you can also follow the Twitter. It's ESH Podcast on Twitter. We post not only posting when we, you know, each episode going live, but we also like to, you know, we're putting out little snippets, little sneak peeks for you guys to look at about, like the last one when we talked a little bit about the Butter Bandit. You guys got a little sneak peek at the man who takes butter into the bathroom, and we don't know what he does with it. Still don't know. The jury's out on that.
It's a
Have
mystery.
no idea. So go ahead and throw a follow to that. Thank you guys for supporting us. My name is AJ. You guys can find me on Twitter at It's Simply AJ. That's all I've got. And you guys want to say anything at the end here? Do your little outros and. Who's going first?
Outro. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
I'm Sushie Monster on Twitter. Sushie Monster. I don't really have any outro.
Black Lives Matter. Wear a mask.
Black Lives Matter. Wear a mask. Yeah. Wash your hands.
Wash your hands.
Wash your hands. Yeah, I am Stand Without a Plan on both Twitch and Twitter. Yeah. Take a shower. Take your fucking shower.
Take a fucking shower.
You know what? I don't even care if you're bathing with Dawn dish soap. Just fucking wash your hands and your body, you nasty ass.
Yeah.
You're nasty.
You nasty.
You are nasty. So stay tuned, guys. Thank you all so much for listening. Episode 5.
Midna's here to
in
say
the bag
goodbye,
here.
too.
Midna here, breathing heavy. That's the dog. One of them anyway. She's tired of this. She says, "In this," and pay attention to me. So we're gonna do that. But thank you guys so much, and we will catch you next week with episode 6. Be sure to follow all that stuff. Do all the things. Do everything. Just do what we tell you to do, and take a shower.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.